They pulled her out from the burning wreckage. She vanished without a trace. The 2005 Sosoliso crash took 107 lives, but what happened to the girl who disappeared would become one of Nigeria's most unbelievable and most debated survival stories. On the 10th of December 2005, a Sosoliso Airlines flight took off from Abuja, heading to Port Harcourt. On board were 110 people, many of them students from Loyola Jesuit College, returning home for Christmas. The flight never made it. Minutes before landing, the McDonnell Douglas DC-9 hit terrible weather. Heavy rain. Poor visibility. Witnesses say the plane struck the ground hard, skidded, and exploded into flames. By the time the fire service arrived, the wreckage was already engulfed. Out of 110 souls, only 2 were pulled out alive. One of them we all know today, Kechi Okwuchi. Just 16 years old at the time, Kechi suffered third-degree burns over 65% of her body. She was flown abroad for treatment, and years later, she would walk onto the stage of America's Got Talent, sharing her voice and her story with the world. She became a symbol of hope, resilience, and survival. But the other? That's where the mystery begins. According to some witnesses who claimed they were at the scene, rescuers pulled out another young girl, breathing, conscious but badly burned. As the story goes, she was taken away in an ambulance, and that was the last anyone heard of her. No hospital updates, no media coverage, no name released. It was as if she had simply vanished. Rumors began to fly. Some said her family quietly moved her abroad for treatment to avoid the media circus. Others whispered that she didn't survive after all, and that initial reports of her survival were mistaken. And a few believed an even stranger version, that she survived, but the trauma made her disappear from public life completely. The authorities never confirmed the existence of this second survivor. In official records, only Kechi's name remains. But ask people who were in Port Harcourt that day, and you might still hear someone say, "I saw her. I know she was alive." Why does this story stick in the minds of so many Nigerians? Maybe because in the middle of such a dark tragedy, the thought of 2 young girls surviving felt like a miracle. And when one of them disappeared, it became the kind of mystery that people can't stop trying to solve. Whether the vanished girl was real or just a mix-up in the chaos, the Sosoliso crash remains one of the most painful chapters in Nigeria's aviation history. And for Kechi Okwuchi, the girl who lived, sang, and inspired millions, her journey is a reminder that even in the midst of fire and loss, survival is possible. But as for the other girl, well, maybe that answer is still out there, waiting for someone to find it.